When he entered the Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament as a fisherman many years ago, Jim King couldn't have known the legacy he would leave behind. For years, the avid outdoorsman competed and later retired somewhat to take an even greater role. The Florida senator, who liked to talk, held the mic year after year and welcomed competitors back to the dock at Sisters Creek Marina, which is now called the Jim King Park and Boat Ramp. 1 year following his death, the tournament is in its 30th year, and some of his friends remember the impact he had on what was once one of the largest fishing competitions in the world.
He was an outdoorsman. Jim was. He just loved the outdoors, loved the water, loved the people, loved Jacksonville.
Jim King was a man who always came out here with a smile. You know, when he walked out here and he got on a chair, you know, he had a lot of energy in his voice. And
a lot of jokes and real good with kids and just awesome as far as a people person. He was great.
He was hysterical. He was a lot of fun to work with, had a great sense of humor, had a terrific knowledge of the boats and the fishermen and background of the tournament. He added a lot to the tournament.
He always, every boat too, and it was amazing because every boat that would come in, he knew a little bit about. Every single boat. He knew a little bit of the detail. If they won the tournament 4 years ago or 2 years ago, he'd know it. He knew the captain's names and their crew. I mean, he was very knowledgeable on every boat. And that's why I know he loved it so much, just because he studied it as well.
But the thing, as a fisherman, from our point of view, when you came up there, he remembered you from 1 year to the next. And he always had a smile on his face, and he goes, "Oh, here comes boat number 419, Captain Roger Walker, he's been in it," you know, yada, yada, yada. He just knew all of the guys, and he did such a wonderful job. He was a great man.
It was just him and Linda were up there in the tuna tower over there on the dock, and they would, you know, she kept him in line.
We had a tournament going, and Jim and I were in the chair doing the announcing, and we had a terrible storm that came up, and lightning hit the barge right down in front of us, and the next thing I knew, I looked over and Jim was gone. He had jumped out of the chair and disappeared, and you know that Jim had quite a girth, and he ran to the tent and never looked back. And when I finally caught up with him in the tent, once we reached safety, I said, "Well, Jim, now I know chivalry's dead because you sure weren't worried about me." I've never seen that man move so fast.
Fish. We have 5 fish that are released. If you catch one of them,
You can't feel his shoes. I mean, look at the park's named after him. He's the man. He was the man. I mean, that's all there is to it. He's a great guy. I'm just honored to be given the opportunity to fill in for him.
But he's, you know, his legacy will be, you know, hopefully the continuation of this tournament and his impact on the outdoors. You know, we lost a good advocate for Jacksonville and the state of Florida when he passed.
I think that that he would love to have it remain here at this location, and hopefully the economy improve to the point that we can once again be registering 1,000 boats.
I think he'd like to see it continue to grow. It's, you know, we've hit hard economic times all over the United States, but I think he understood that, and I think he would love to see it grow back up to that 1,000 boat limit again. I know we all would.
Just keep it alive, man. I mean, he was really a go-getter and loved the tournament and loved fishing and all, and I'm sure he had wanted to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
you know, the tournament, even though he's gone, I mean, it just isn't the same without him, man, because you could tell, man, this was his thing, and this tournament wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. You know, you could definitely, his legend lives on out here, that's for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He will be missed for many years. He was a great man and a tribute to our area.